then there's a different workflow process, and that's under the create. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today, because it's important to understand that there really are two different workflows that you are going to participate in inside of Ruby 2.0. If you're looking at doing something very quick, it's not going to be something that you care about putting into a project that's long. Like I might just want to make a quick image for something very fast, or I might just want to do a chat. And I don't really care if I ever come back to it or not. I'm not putting it inside of something that's a big, long process or project. Well, those are all done right here on the left-hand side. When I click on this, it's still saving everything. It's just going into a general project where you're not having to set up a new project or select a project. That's the quick, easy, one-off type of workflow. But if you want to create a project, something that you know that you might come back to, or something you want to save and build as a project, and you want to come back and tweak it later, then you're going to want to go through a different project, which is under our create, a different workflow. And that's our project workflow. And this is allowing you to create something, and you can come back to it and have it load all the pieces that you did and just tweak it. And so this is the different workflows you're going to see, and it all comes from the main screen. Now let's talk about what happens the very first time you log in. And you all are going to experience this because you're all coming in and setting up Ruby 2.0 just like any new user. So as someone who's already been here, you're going to be able to go through and see exactly what your new distributors are going to be seeing and your new customers are going to be seeing. So it lets you kind of understand exactly what it is that their process is. So you know. So the first thing is it's just a welcome screen, and it's a let's get started. Now, you're only going to see this one time. The first time you log in, that's the only time that you'll see this. But we wanted to do two things with this. Number one, we want to be able to customize what's important to the person who's coming in and be able to cater what they're seeing and how they're seeing it based upon how they want to use it. If you've been in this long enough, in fact, you've been in it several times into the Ruby application, you're going to know that there are lots of different ways that someone can actually use Ruby. And not everybody comes in to do it as a business. Not everybody comes in to use it for personal. Most people use it for both, but not everyone. So let's kind of talk about the next step. So if I hit let's get started, it's going to bring us to a place where I can start to personalize my Ruby experience. I want to know how you're going to use it. Are you going to use it predominantly for personal use? Are you going to use it predominantly for your business? These little things over here on the side, these change based upon what radio button you have selected. And these are ways for us to start to grab the information about how you're going to use it and to make those pieces more readily available in the layout and how you're using Ruby. Okay. Now, after they've done this and they go through, we're going to start with them getting their first brand voice created. And it's going to the same process for using what we do today. There's a couple of tweaks. We make it easier. We make it where you can put more verbiage in. We've opened it up to where you can really do a whole lot more in creating the Personify initially. And so we want them to create it. But after they've created their persona, we're going to let them see the persona. And the Personify has a new facelift. Not only does it have a new facelift, it actually has the ability to do a lot more tweaking. Okay. And what I mean by tweaking is that, yes, we create it to where you don't have to know anything about marketing to create a persona and a target audience. But there's sometimes you just want to tweak it a little bit. Maybe it's not 25 to 40 or 20 to 40-year-olds that I'm looking for female. I might be looking to 20 to 60. And I want to broaden it out. Instead of having to rerun it or go in and do a couple text changes and all that, I literally am just going to grab my slider and I'm just going to move it. It's just that simple. If I want to make it for all genders, I'm going to click all, right? If I want to hit different ethnicities, I can just add them by clicking. And it's not just that pieces. I mean, we can talk about anything from the number of children at home, and we give you ideas and the most used defaults for you to already do this. You don't, again, have to be a marketing genius. We're already setting up those demographics that are easily used to really hit the broadest, most poignant market that you're trying to achieve. It happens on your psychographics. It happens with your voices and tones. And we just have this nice little menu button at the top here that lets you sort through each one that you're looking at. So this will be something that'll be really crazy, when you start to use this, because how much you can fine tune what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So if you understand that this is a big change in a way that you're able to go and take your existing and new personas and to tweak them, this will be a very big deal, especially for people who aren't super driven or knowledgeable yet in the marketing world. It opens it up to where you don't have to know all the things. You just need to click on the buttons and see how you can fine tune that. So anyway, very, very good. All right, let's go now to the projects piece that I was talking about earlier. So again, the different workflows are there. And by the way, the starting screen, each one of these have videos to tell you exactly how to get started. We actually have a video on everything that you do in Ruby. If I'm in the audio, I'm going to have a video to show me how to use my audio lab. If I'm in image lab, I'm going to be able to learn how to do everything in the image lab with just a little video. And guys, these videos are not like, hey, here's a 3-minute piece to walk you through the whole thing. We're talking about a 10 to 15 second video that shows me exactly what I'm trying to do at that moment. Now, these videos at the front, these are a little bit longer because they're overviewing everything, but we want to make it to where customer service of the app itself is little to none. What that means for you as a brand influencer is that we want to make your life super easy, and so you don't have any customer service either. And so you're not spending all your days sitting there trying to really understand what to do to help someone get going. You don't have to do it for them. The program itself will walk them through what it is they need to do. Okay, so let's talk about this workflow. So up here at the top, you see that there's a create. We're going to hit that button, and this starts that new workflow. And you have two options there. You have a create new project or to use an existing project. And depending upon how you select, that's where your work is going to be created from this point of the workflow. Okay. So now to create a new project, it's very simple, by the way. It's just a way for you to choose what workspace you want this to be in, what's the name of the project, to give it a description. And the main thing here is I love the ability to upload an image that I can refer to, because when you start to get lots of projects, one of the fastest ways to find something is visual. And so just to be able to throw something in there and I can click, on that project to bring that project back, we give you a way to do that. Okay, so once you've created a project or you selected your existing project, the next part of the workflow is to decide what it is that you are wanting to do. This is where our composer, what we call Rubi Canvas, what this is going to be able to do is now fine tune and let you do everything that you want, whether you want to do a music video, whether you want to do a corporate video, whether you just want to go out and make a little clip for your reel. You'll be able to do that here. You'll be able to do a document. You'll be able to use templates. You'll be able to do Intellichat. I mean, anything that it is that, so you're going to select what it is that you want to create at the very beginning. So in this case, I just want to say that I want to do my video lab. And if I click on the video lab, what it's going to do is it's going to load our canvas. Guys, this is the first time you've gotten to see Rubi Canvas. And there are 3 different layouts of canvases. This is the audio video editor canvas. And so hopefully you can see that this is going to be a very intuitive way for you to put videos together, to edit audio clips, to create the perfect piece, whether it be a reel, whether it be I want to click a little thing for my social media, or maybe I just want to make a little corporate video about a product. The fact that you can do this so quickly without ever having to leave and go find another application to do this in, this is worth the subscription price by itself, just by itself. So again, if you keep going on to the mantra of the most value-driven AI platform in the world, we're actually going to add a little wording to that. And now we're going to say that we're the most powerful, most value-driven AI platform in the world. And we're going to be able to do that because everything is right here. Now, as you start to go into the canvases, you'll see down at the very bottom, right down here, you'll see that you can go in and you can select whatever it is that you want to work on. So I might have said I wanted to create a video project, but inside my video project, I might want to create music. I might want to go into my asset manager, my media manager, and find something that I've already created and bring it in. Maybe I want to create an image, or maybe I want to do a voiceover or create audio. Instead of leaving the canvas to go do all that, I honestly will just have to come in and click my audio button. And now I'm going to be able to slide up a drawer where I can edit and do anything I want. I can create new audio clips. I can create my voiceovers right here. And then once I'm finished creating that, I'm going to be able to save that to the project, okay, that I'm working in. And then when I do that, I can now come right back in, and by just clicking into my audio file over here, it's going to load up the files from my audio project, and I can just drag it straight in to my timeline. Guys, this is why this is so important to understand, that everything that you want to build will be right here. You won't have to leave when building the project workflow. Now, if you're trying to do a video, these are all really things that you would want to probably do a project. But again, you don't have to, because anything you do in our system is going to be saved. But it's all going to be saved into a general project, what we call your general files. And those will always be there. They're just not going to be able to rebuild everything back in. So if you're wanting to do something that's step by step, then you are just going to be able to create a project and then recall that project, and all the assets that you've used are already there for you to just tweak it. Okay, so very exciting on how the canvas is going to work, how this will be done for you. And it's the same way with images, by the way. All your images are created right here, and it doesn't matter. You can use Leonardo AI or SDXL and Midjourney. All of them are built right here on the drawers that are sliding up. You're going to love it. And next week, we're going to go deeper into that as we get going. And I hope that you can see some of the complexity that we're pushing here, and why this has never been done before. And I think that that's something that you guys can just really hold on to, and you start to think about as a brand influencer, is that this is not done in the world today, where everything is integrated together. And the reason why is it's not easy. This is a very difficult part of putting it all together and making it work seamlessly together. And by the way, yes, I see a question. Can we use our own images? Of course, you can upload them to your media manager, and you can just use those. When you upload your folders or files into your asset manager, we call it, then you're just going to be able to go through and assign it to a project, and you can do whatever you want to with that image. Same with video clips. And then as we are going, and I'm not sure we're going to get this done before we release, but we're also going to have Unsplash that will be integrated in, so that you have royalty-free images and video clips if you're building your videos here, so that you can use those as well. So let's kind of get going now. So Corey, I think we should do the wheel of names right now. So if you can do that, because I want to actually start moving into Flexonomics, and to do that, I'm going to flip over. So I'm going to push you to the screen. I'm going to let you do